okay, from what I'm seeing, how is this not a tier 1 player? This is the Champions League. This is an Italian team. These guys know how to defend. These guys are tactically astute. This has blown this group wide open, and my gosh.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
That is what the Champions League is about. Napoli are not chumps. These guys are not chumps. And were PSG too arrogant? That's what I'm saying. Were PSG too arrogant in their approach against Napoli? Because I see guys over-dribbling. I see guys getting frustrated. I see guys getting agitated. And again, which is the same mandate of this whole thing, I see a lack of structure. And it's the same old story with PSG. Too good for Ligue 1. The level in the Champions League is far greater than who they face in Ligue 1. So once they now go to those Ligue 1 matches, so when they go to the Champions matches, the disparity in quality is too great. So it is very hard for them to acclimatize to the quality of when they face sides in the Champions League. So, look, man. So looking at that first half, it was anybody could have had that. Anybody could have had that first half, because what you saw was, I think PSG definitely played a lot better, far better, greater passing. They were much more crisper in their movements, and especially Neymar was far greater. I think they defended very well. Neymar was on point, and I think especially once you saw the first half wore on, you just saw how you saw the tier 1 Neymar we've been waiting for. Let's just call the crap. We saw the tier 1 Neymar that we've been waiting for, because some of the moves and the skills that this guy pulled off were insane. Through the legs, the way he was carrying the ball, how he was dribbling, stopping, starting, and just the confidence that he had in his ability was amazing. But as much as they did that, you saw how good Napoli were doing. We're going to have a discussion about Koulibaly. Because he's currently tier 2. I'm sorry, every single time I see him, I keep asking myself that why isn't he tier 1? That's what I'm saying. Every time I see him, I keep saying to myself that, okay, from what I'm seeing, how is this not a tier 1 player? Because this guy's quality is standing. It's outstanding. He's an outstanding football player. He's an outstanding defender. But you look at that first goal, I was going to give break of the game to Bernat, because I feel Bernat is the weak link in this team. Draxler didn't really do much, so maybe he may get it, but I just thought Bernat was really the weak link in this team, and I think he didn't really. You can see that they need a left back. They need a quality left back, and they need to really replace him. But Mbappe, great work from Mbappe. He did this whole signature move where he feints right, goes over to his left, found Bernat, and the thing about Bernat that he was going over. He was going over, but he still managed to remain his balance, that he then was able to put the ball through. So at halftime, again, the main beef was that Napoli felt that, wait a minute, you've played too long. It was actually seconds, or maybe a second or 30 seconds beyond how much was supposed to be played. So they felt aggrieved. And this is what I always say. And maybe England from yesterday should learn from this. Anytime you feel hard done by, unleash your anger on the pitch, not on the referee, not on the linesman, not on officials. Unleash your anger on the pitch. Napoli got that equalizer because of the anger for them, for how they felt had done by. Literally, PSG could not withstand what Napoli were throwing at them. And again, it comes to management. When you're on the receiving end of so much of an onslaught, you have to slow the game down. You need to get stoppages, get a foul. If you get a foul, remain on the ground. Time wasting. Try and take this thing out of the game. But PSG tried to be pretty, trying to hold the ball, trying to keep the ball, trying to be very intricate. And they were no. You have to do the old school thing. But these Napoli just kept on relenting. Buffon made save after save. They kept on relenting, going after them. And eventually they wore out. Callejon, well-timed tackle. Thiago Silva, defensive mistake. Buffon too late to come off his line. Callejon got in between them in a sandwich, got the foul, boom. Your boy Insigne stepped up, quality penalty, put it right into the pocket. And after that, you saw that, you saw why this game was so hyped up. But I think the key thing about this is Napoli. Guys, remember, they don't have Higuain anymore. They don't have Cavani anymore. Sarri left, and so many Lavetti. So many of these guys left. And when I'm just looking at them and I look at these players, so the only player I would say is world class that is truly world class is Koulibaly. Insigne is maybe world class or not, but I wouldn't call Insigne definitive world class. The only guy that is 100% a world class player is Koulibaly. No one else is. You've got some decent players, you've got some alright players, and that's it. You've got a quality player, tier 2 player in Insigne, you've got a world class player in Koulibaly, you've got other decent guys. But for some reason, the way Ancelotti gets these guys moving the ball out wide, how organized they are, how they know what they're doing, how well they defend, how organized they are, and just the confidence they have of their strategy. Where long balls, but these are not long balls, and these are long balls with intent. They're hitting their men out wide, they're stretching the play, and they're creating chances, they're creating opportunities, and they're relentless in how they try and put pressure on the flipping opposition. So it is just great to watch what Ancelotti is doing with what isn't a world-class team. But you look at PSG and you say to yourself, PSG should be beating Napoli. Because people say, oh, no, Napoli are decent. No. Cut the crap. Based on who PSG have, PSG should be beating Napoli. Home and away, they should be beating Napoli. So he says, why were they not able to beat Napoli? Because it goes back to the point I was saying that Tuchel is the wrong man for the job, because once the game was hot, 1-1, that's where you need to be disciplined. You need to be disciplined, and you need to revert back to a strategy. Your strategy can't be give the ball to Neymar and Neymar just tries to dribble past 2 or 3 guys. I told you, I'm a huge fan of dribblers. I love dribblers. I love guys trying to do things. But to be objective and to be professional, this is a tough game. This is in Naples. You're going up against a very tough side. Neymar, those skills that you do, you easily pull them off in Ligue 1. Montpellier, Nantes, Lyon, you will easily pull them off. This is the Champions League. This is an Italian team. These guys know how to defend. These guys are tactically astute. These aren't like French sides. Italian sides are very tactically astute, and they're obsessed with being organized defensively. So, what's the strategy? So Neymar has to have a role. Mbappe has to have a role. All of these guys have to have a role. But it just seems as if, okay, Neymar, Mbappe, figure it out. That's just what it seems to be. Even for Verratti as well, it's like, okay, hold on to the ball. And it goes back to the whole mindset of Tuchel still believes that, my gosh, these guys are so good. And I see what these guys do in Ligue 1 every week. Surely they'll figure it out. They'll find a way. But no. Real freaking Madrid. Modric, Cristiano, Marcelo, Ramos, quality players. Zidane still had a very specific strategy. Counter-attacking strategy. Everybody has their role. This is how we're going to move the ball. We will always revert back to our strategy of these are the runs that guys make. This is how we're going to move the ball. For PSG, I don't know what the strategy is. That's an issue. And I think the danger is you feel you don't have to enforce a strategy because you have so many quality players. But the thing that with Neymar, it's a very difficult thing to do because you're like, my God, this guy's so amazing. This guy can do insane. Some of the stuff that Neymar was doing. At one point, this guy put the ball through Alan's legs while he was off balance. I was like, what the hell? But you have to have a balance between Neymar, you're given a free role, but I still need some discipline within you. I still need you to revert to a strategy. You need to know when to dribble. You need to know the kinds of balls to play. But at the same time, when Neymar has the ball, there has to be a structure of runs that are being made, where the wide men are running, how to move the ball wide, how to stretch the play. If you go in center, how to move the ball quickly in the center. And there isn't, that mandate isn't there. But look, man, quality game, great game, but I have to give a shout out to Napoli. Most guys said Liverpool and most guys said that Liverpool and PSG would make it through. That's what guys said. And guys are saying Napoli, but Napoli are right in there. These guys are tough to beat, and Napoli now know that. Based on results that have happened, especially with Liverpool results, Napoli are like, man, if we can, because they know that they've got Red Star Belgrade in Naples, which they should win. So, and I believe from what I can recall, the final game is that game at Anfield. It's going to be a tough game, but Napoli know that, man, we already know that we can beat them. We just have to beat them at their crib. But you got to give a shout out to just what's the job that Ancelotti is doing, because look, man, on paper, PSG are easily better than Napoli, easily. Watching that game was tight, and that's the danger that game was equal. I couldn't tell you who was the superior team in that game, and the problem with that is that how Napoli are nowhere near Champions League favorites. They're not sniffing the Champions League crown. So if PSG have played 2 games against a team who are not sniffing the Champions League crown, how the hell do you expect PSG to win the flipping Champions League? How do you expect them to? If you can't beat a team like Napoli, you have no chance against a Juventus, a Man City, or a Barcelona with or without Messi. Okay? Because the Cannibal Suarez are doing some crazy things. So yeah, man. I just think the Neymar-Mbappe dynamic hasn't really been figured out. And I think that Tuchel has given them far too much free reign. And there isn't... Because again, you have to give your flair players some free reign. You have to. But within reason. Within reason. I just think the pendulum has swung far too... Look, you can do it whatever you want. No, it's 1-1. We need to win the game. Let's get back to moving the ball quickly and trying to create a chance. We can't win by you trying to dribble 2-3 guys against a team who are very well organized and very well drilled. That makes no flipping sense. What's the strategy? What is the strategy? How do we move the ball around? There isn't anything. So yeah, man, PSG, man, I don't think they can win it. Napoli, whatever the case may be, this has blown this group wide open, and my gosh, it's going to the last day. Thank you, Belgrade. This is going to the last day. Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hot patron by pledging an amount each month and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hot patron page. Peace. Thanks for watching the video. For even more analysis, head over to the official site at halffootballhot.com or just click over here.